Hello good people, how are you doing? I am Professor Nimit Chaudhary and I am talking to you about tourism marketing. Today we are going to talk about a very important concept called segmentation and two associated concepts, targeting and positioning. But as always, I will start with a small story. This story is about a person, an adventurer by the name Jagat Panda. Jagat Panda was an adventurer who hailed from the eastern state of Odisha. He was a very vivid adventurer who travelled all over the world, participated in different types of adventures, and therefore he decided to create later in his career a company which dealt with adventure travel. He created this company called Panda Travels, and soon it became a significant player in eastern India. The main business of this company was selling adventure travel products to the adventure market, and they designed outbound packages, which is taking people out of India, to all kinds of global destinations. The company took pride in the fact, and they would often boast about it, Jagat Panda, that they can design a package for almost anyone, for anywhere in the world. And this was what they started with. So a lot of people would come in, all kinds of people would come in, put in all kinds of demands. They would ask for press for different requirements, get their packages designed, and off they would go to different adventure destinations around the world. Business was doing good, but then after some time Jagat realized that he could not please all the customers all the time. Different people had different demands, different destination. He had to deal with a wide range of people, a range of destinations all over the world, keep track of his groups, and if something goes missing in one of the tours, people definitely would be unhappy, and these unhappy customers would complain, and he spent a lot of time handling these complaints, fixing them, recovering those mistakes. And so Jagat after some time realized that he needs to focus. Now how does he focus? So Jagat and this company Panda Travels, they decided to learn more about what kind of customers were coming to them. So they scanned the database of the customers that they had, and they realized that they were basically dealing with three kinds of customers. First was a group of middle class family vacationers. So these people would move for a holiday as a family. So there were a good number of people from the same family, children, middle-aged people, cousins, brothers, sisters. So all of them would go, and therefore they would seek a family destination, a family kind of a holiday where they would like to engage in fun-related activity. These activities had to be activities which a family can enjoy together. The second important group that came to Panda Travels was a group of elderly people, and as we call them in marketing terminology, the baby boomers. These were people who were all 60 plus people. Many of them have retired. They had a lot of money with them, and they were in good health, and they would like to go for a holiday with friends who are all in the same income bracket, same age bracket. Now these people were rich people, but they were elderly people. So they actually came to him and told him that we want a good holiday, not a very difficult adventure, but we want to have a great time. So include anything and everything in the package. Don't worry about money. We are willing to pay you, but it should be a good end-to-end holiday. And then there was a third group of people who were newlywed couples. So they did not have a lot of money. They were essentially budget holidays, but they would like to go for a exotic destination. The destination had to be good. Maybe a offbeat destination, a destination which is not popular, which is like more, secluded. This is what they were asking for. Panda Travel realized that these are the three main type of customers, and then they wanted to focus, because they decided that they are going to focus. They wanted to understand what is the potential, what is that these three different types of customer brings to them. So they decided to compare three things: the revenue, the profit, and the size of the market. How big is the market? So as far as the profit was concerned, the family vacationers, the first group, they had a profit potential of around 87,20,000 rupees per annum. The baby boomer segment had a potential of around 75 lakh rupees per annum. But this segment of newlyweds had a profit potential of around 1 crore 45 lakh rupees, and therefore this third segment appeared to be more profitable. Then the next level was the revenue that this group would bring. This was the profit. So the revenue calculation was that this group was something around 38-39 crore rupees worth, and this market was also growing at a good rate of 9 to 10%. So the market size was decent, the revenue was huge, the growth rate was good, the profit potential was good for this third segment, and therefore Panda Travels decided to focus on this third segment. They said, okay, these are going to be our primary customers. We'll try to address their requirements because they appear to be most profitable segment. This was budget holiday for this newlywed couples, and that is what this company decided to be viewed as, that people should believe that this is the company that newlywed people should approach. Now look what happened. On the demand side, what did these people demanded? As a budget holiday provider, Panda Travel decided that they should keep their costs low because these were budget travelers. Then to keep the cost low, he decided to reach out to these people on social media. These are young couples, so they are very active on social media. They seek inspiration from Instagram, Facebook and other things. So this is where these people could be found, so reach them through this media. Panda Travel decided to therefore ran promotional campaigns on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and even WhatsApp groups. And it launched a competition, this is interesting, for newlywed couples on Instagram and Pinterest, and they said that okay, share your wedding photographs on these two social media platforms, and if you win, you get a free holiday package or a partially funded or a subsidized holiday package. And as we talk, this package or this campaign is already enormously popular among these young people. So this is how they attended to the demand side of the product. On the supply side, what is to be supplied to these newlywed young couples? They learned that 80% of these couples preferred a beach holiday. So not all kind of adventure, it was essentially 80% of them were looking for a beach holiday. And so immediately what happened was Panda Travel realized that now they have to deal with only a very limited number of destinations, not all kind of destinations. They specialized in these destinations, they created useful contacts in different beach destinations all over the world, Mauritius and Caribbean and Australia and even US and so many other places. These were young couples, honeymooners, so they created a specially designed t-shirt and Bermuda short for holiday makers. So anyone who is going with them, this is a complimentary gift which would perhaps add on to their experience. So they were happy and they focused on these destinations and therefore crafted good stories and itineraries for these beach holidays. Friends, what Panda Travel did is very important, and this is important for all companies as a part of their marketing exercise, and this is what we call market segmentation. Market segmentation has 3 steps: segmenting, targeting and positioning. So the generic term is market segmentation, and it basically deals with 3 things, which is segmenting, targeting and positioning. So segmenting is essentially for the company to decide who it will serve, and it does so by dividing the market into segments of customers, which is market segmentation, and then selecting one of these segments. So the whole market is there. I divide this market into small segments, and then I try to study, as Panda Travels did, that which one of these segments is a good segment, is a profitable segment, is an attractive segment, is a segment with potential. So I choose that segment, and then I try to meet the requirements specifically of this segment, and this is called targeting. Targeting a particular segment. Companies must realize that they can't serve everyone, and this is against the popular belief. Many people believe that marketing is getting more and more customers and increasing the demand for your product, but actually a second thought, an intelligent deliberation would help you realize that no, it's not about this. It is about serving the customers well rather than creating a very large customer base. You must create customers, address those customers and help them realize what they have asked for, and this is what a company needs to be doing. So market segment is a process of dividing a company's target markets into group of potential customers with similar needs and behavior. How do I divide these, this whole market into small segment? Based on homogeneity in the needs. Similar people with similar needs would be asking for similar products. Honeymooners are asking for a particular kind of a product. Baby boomers were asking for a different kind of a product. Family vacationers were asking for a still different type of a product. Because they had different needs, their product requirement was different. The term market segmentation was coined in 1956 by William Smith, and marketers realized this difference between group of people, and they realized that this difference itself is the opportunity. The basis of segmentation should be the basis of product policy and communication policy. What kind of product do I come up with? How do I communicate? Depends on what kind of people am I dealing with. Once I get into this exercise of market segmentation, I am using my budget, my marketing budget more efficiently, because I am not targeting all kind of people. I am targeting only one kind of people. Look at Panda Travels. They realized that their most potential target segment was these newlywed couples. These are young people who are very active on social media. They draw inspiration, so they targeted only the social media. They ran a social media campaign on different platforms. They ran a competition as a part of their campaign targeting at these newlywed couples. So newlywed couples connect with the company, and the next step after wedding is go for a honeymoon or go for a vacation. So they are already connected with this company, and they're likely to go with this company. So this is how the company strategizes reaching out to its markets. Then it is also easier for the company to create, or to address to the imagination of the people. So the competition is actually in the minds of the customer. So you know what your customers are, you reach out to them and try to compete for their imagination for your products. Then let us look at 2 different dimensions of this. One is the tour operators. The other is the destination. And both these types of organization would come across different kind of customers. Say for example, tour operators. They can deal with young people, say less than 30 years of age, families with children, baby boomers, retired senior people, activity sport seekers, culture seeker of a different product, you know. So there are different kinds of people, different types of requirements of people. Similarly, let us understand, we have been talking about this. There are tour operators, and then another important player in the tourism business is the destination itself. So destination can also look for different kind of people. Say for example, local residents in the area, day visitors from outside the local area, or people from outside the state but from within the country, the domestic travelers, people from outside the country, them to refer to them as inbound tourists, or something very simple as school parties, school groups, college groups. So destination also need to understand that what kind of people should they be attracting, what countries should they be attracting. Now to make this analysis, there has to be some underlying factor. On what basis should I try to look at my customers, even if I am a tour operator or a destination? So there are a number of things that you can consider for segmenting your segments. It could be the purpose of travel, adventure, soft culture, or medical tourism, or visiting friends and relatives. Then the other criteria could be buyer needs, motivation and benefits sought. What kind of benefits are people seeking? Then it could be buyer behavior, the characteristics of the product usage. Heavy users of the product, moderate users of the product, frequent visitors. Then there could be demographic, economic or geographic profiling of the segments. What country, what part of the country are we targeting people? I was doing a project in Kashmir, and we were trying to understand what kind of people are coming from outside India, what kind of people are coming to Kashmir and to the state of Jammu and Kashmir, and what kind of products are they seeking. We were actually looking at Kashmir and Leh, and then we realized and we discovered and made a recommendation to Government of India that a lot of people from Malaysia and Thailand were coming to Leh and Srinagar. Why were they coming? But that was the closest place to them where they could find snow. Otherwise they would have to go to Europe for a winter holiday or a snow based adventure holiday. So we realized this. If you look at Goa, Goa received a lot of people from, especially from Germany, Russia. So every place, typically tends to receive people or tends to target it customers from some place or other. Then you have a psychographic profile. What kind of thinking do these people have? Similarly, another criteria could be a geodemographic profile. People from, say for example, medical tourism. Where are these people coming from? So if you look at medical tourism in Delhi and Amritsar, North India, you have a lot of people coming in from Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran. If you look at medical tourism market in Kolkata, you have a lot of people coming in from Bangladesh. If you look at the capital of Indian medical tourism, Chennai, a lot of people from Sri Lanka or Southeast Asia are coming there. So it's both demographic and geographic. Then another reason why India is becoming a very popular destination is because we are not a very costly destination. So price is also a factor which can be used for segmenting your market. Then once you have segmented your market, the next step is targeting. So you must target at one or more of these markets. So after segmenting the whole market, the firm must evaluate these segments and decide how many and which of these segments to target. The company should enter segments only where it can offer superior value and gain advantage. We began with this example. You cannot make happy everyone all the time. So you need to decide as a company who is going to be your targeted segment, and the only criteria for such a targeting is the amount of benefit or value that this segment returns for the company. The three things which should be used for this evaluation: one is the size of the segment and the rate at which the segment is growing. Second is segment's structural attractiveness, and the third criteria that that could be used is company objectives and resources. Does the company have necessary resources to address the requirement of these customers? Say for example, Panda Travel, Jagat was himself an adventurer. He had built a company around this strength of his, and this company dealt with adventure tourists or adventure travelers. So now they cannot decide to go and start serving a medical tourist or a wedding segment or a cultural. They should probably not be doing it because they are good at adventure. They should handle adventure tourism. One thing that I must also discuss is that every company should essentially try to understand its own segments. One of the companies, big companies, for example, in India is SOTC. And SOTC did a lot of research to understand what kind of customers it would be dealing with. And they came up with a report in 2019 dividing the customers into 6 different segments. One is the budget-friendly travelers. Then there were the convenience-seeking travelers. Third were family memory builder segment. They wanted to create good memories for the family, which they can cherish over a longer period of time. Then the fourth segment was the explorer. Then there could be a mellow vacationers, who are basically couples in the range of 25 to 35 or 45 to 60. They are traveling without children, looking to unwind, relax and enjoy. So they are, and then there was a 6th segment which was the senior citizen segment. What I am trying to say is that there cannot be generic segments. Every company, every destination must identify segments specific to them. India cannot segment, or say for example Rajasthan cannot segment as Kerala does or Uttarakhand does. They receive their kind of customers, and what is the profile of their customers, they must segment. But yes, when we do not have segments, we have typologies of tourists. So this is more academic in nature, and the important typologies given by good researchers, they at least increase our knowledge of consumer and behavior of tourism. They help us make important decisions, but they are a starting point, as I am telling you. They are not segmentations, they are typologies. Say for example, one of the important typologies were given by Cohen. He chose 2 dimensions, curiosity and security. And based on this, he divided the customers into 4 types: explorers, drifters, individual mass tourists and organized mass tourists. Then there was another, a very important typology of tourist which we must at least touch upon in this discussion, is the Plog's psychographic traveler types. Plog essentially divided customers into visitors into 3: allocentrics, mid-centrics and psychocentrics. He said when a destination develops, there will be only few people, adventurers, explorer kind of people, who would like to visit an exotic destination, who would not require a lot of comforts. They are willing, they know beforehand they are not going to get a good amount of conveniences at this destination, but they would still like to go there. These are allocentric customers. Then gradually the destination becomes popular, a lot of people come in, a lot of service providers come in, hotels come in, cabs come in, restaurants come in, guides come in, the destination grows. So it's a more convenient destination, and so a lot of people rush to these destinations which are already popular, and these are mid-centrics. Then these destinations become very popular, crowded, like Mussoorie or Shimla or some other destination, and then people move away from it. But they still have very few loyal customers who would still be visiting these destinations, and these are called psychographic travelers. So, allocentrics, mid-centrics and psychocentrics. So, essentially what we are talking about is that a company should know what its customers are like, where do they come from, what do they want, and target one or more of these segments and then position their offerings, their products, or fine tune their products and offers as per the requirements of the targeted segment. So, the entire process of segmentation in summary is a 3-step process: segmentation, which means defining the market segment, development of the persona of the customer, and customer understanding of customer experience requirement. Then target one or two of these segments. So, you are actually evaluating the potential of the segment, targeting the segment which you consider has more potential. You profile the revenue streams or the revenue that you are going to probably get from these customers, and you also try to understand the life cycle of customers and then target them at different stages, create different products according to the needs of these customers and different things, and then finally positioning, develop a core brand proposition, create a value proposition, and developing a marketing mix. How are you going to target these customers? So, that is the third part. So, that is all about market segmentation. See you in the next session.